What comes to mind when you think of the word war? Maybe it's a physical image like guns, blood, guts, glory, tanks, battalions, generals. Or maybe it's an event or a feeling like victory, triumph, sacrifice, or heartbreak. But I think something important to note when pondering our own concept of war is that war is actually a mindset. And I mean, in the case of war or violence in general, there may be certain times where you have to protect yourself or someone else from being harmed. And that's a fact. But we must be careful not to fall into this extreme category of wanting to wipe out an entire nation or a religion or to destroy all evil. Well, why should we be careful of that, Joe? I mean, that sounds like a pretty good mission to me. Well, the caution lies in the fact that fighting unconsciousness draws you closer to that unconsciousness. For any of you who have seen Dark Knight, the Batman movie, it's exactly what happens to Two-Face. Harvey Dent becomes that which he was so concerned with fighting. Unconsciousness can never be defeated by attacking it. And even if it seems like we win the war, we oftentimes create a new enemy that's even worse than the original one. Today, it's extremely common to throw that war word around. There's a war against everything, a war against this, a war against that. And every time I hear the word brought up, I get this feeling in my gut, in my intuition that says, this is not going to end well. This is not the way. And I mean, just to dive into some examples, we've got the war against terrorism, the war against cancer, the war against poverty, the war against drugs, the war against crime. And even in diving into that, in the United States in the 1980s, prison population was around 300,000. In 2016, the United States prison population was at 2.3 million. So war is a mindset. What does that mean? Deciphering that requires us to look within. You see, at the root, war isn't something that's external. It's within each and every one of us. You might be at war with yourself in this very moment, feeling frustrated, angry, alone, and not good enough, so you beat yourself up. Others might have to wait for a situation or an event that triggers a warlike reaction within us. Maybe someone accuses you of something, or they don't acknowledge you, or someone questions the way you do things. Can you feel that surge of energy moving through you? It's fear that becomes masked by anger and hostility and war. Can you feel it? And the way to extinguish it is not to fuel the fire. The way to extinguish it is to hear the voice in your head. Listen to your mind that looks to justify, blame, and attack. In other words, become aware of the unconsciousness. Because that war mindset is an unconscious and unawakened mindset. And the way to transcend it is to become aware of it. It's to literally wake up. Today's video was inspired by the legendary Eckhart Tolle in his amazing work, A New Earth. I'll go ahead and post an Amazon link to that below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and I'll see you all next time.